Well, that's embarrassing. What's that stuck to President Trump's shoe as he boards Air Force One?
As a president, but he would bop down those stairs. I've never said, go down the stairs, wouldn't hold on.
No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real. No filters here, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on, we talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Lizzy with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. Nah. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzy drop a seat, it'll never be the same. Never. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. This the realest show you ever saw. Off the record. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. We said what we said. Off the record.
It is Off the Record with your boy Minion with Opinion, aka Minion the God. Of course, we got my lovely co-host in the building.
Hello, everyone. This is I Said What I Said. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Off the Record Show. Good to see
Hello,
everybody.
hello, everybody. This is Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Welcome to the show. Enjoy.
Hello, this is Lizzy, Queen Lizzy to be exact. Welcome to the show. We have a good show for you guys.
All right, guys, and we are super excited. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of drama, a lot of chaos, drama, a lot of soap opera stuff going on in the government today. So we're going to talk about it all. I'm sure you guys saw the thumbnail. We have Trump on the roster for things to talk about, along with Christy Nome and some scandals going on with her. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to get into. But before we do, guys, do us a huge favor and hit the like button. Also, if you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe to all of our channels. Minion with Opinion, aka Minion the God. I said what I said. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Queen Lizzy, and most importantly, make sure that you guys subscribe to the Off the Record channel. Like right now. Like you don't even have to look at it on my channel. You can go to the Off the Record channel. And there ain't even no commercials on the Off the Record channel or any of the other people on here. So please support everybody in this on the show, and we truly appreciate you guys. But we're gonna get into the shout outs, right?
Absolutely. Welcome in, bless Elder Vaughn. Thank you for being here today. Happy Saturday to you, ma'am. Hello to you at Black Swan. Afternoon greetings, she says to everybody. Hello to you, Alice, blessed child of God. Said she'll be listening from the bushes. It's okay. We appreciate your support, sis. Hello to you, X complicated to X2 complicated. Thanks for being here today. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you also, El Cid. And you said you're gonna be in the bushes and you can't stay long. And it's all good. You guys can always hit the replay and just make sure you hit the like button and you guys can share out the live also if you like, but welcome in everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right, so let's get into it. The first thing that we want to actually talk about, guys, is going to be one of the biggest things that is probably going to be what the entire show is going to kind of be centered around. I think you guys know what we're talking about. Um, First off, before we actually get into it, I said what I said. Did you check and make sure that you're still broadcasting for us?
No, I didn't. Let me check my men, you know because the other day it let me broadcast for 8 minutes, so far, yeah.
We still
um
good?
I assume, let me go out and come back in. Is anybody on my channel? It looked like I have a lot of my people here, so I don't know if they're on my channel or if they're on off the record channel. But let me just double check right quick. Give me a sec here. Yeah, I say I'm live.
All right, all right.
Mhm.
So as long as we still good, then we can keep it moving. All right. So first thing we want to talk about, of course, is going to be these emails. All right, guys. I don't know if y'all have seen all of the headlines about the emails. I know we've seen it, right?
I have. I've seen a lot of emails, lots and lots of emails.
Me too. I mean, a lot of email. I'm just waiting for some more to drop.
Not
I
looking
think
too good.
I know. Foxy, what you said about the emails earlier was like out of all the emails, he's the one that's found the most. His name is found the most.
Yes, they said that in the emails they was counting up all the names that was involved in the emails. Out of the names that he named, and his is mentioned 1,800 and some times in the emails, all the emails. So that tell you how much involvement he had with Epstein.
All right,
Also,
so
also too, Minion, before you get started, isn't it ironic? Remember when he was running in 2016 and all we heard was Hillary Clinton's emails, Hillary Clinton email, 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 email. And look at karma.
look at Karma.
That's
Look at
true.
karma.
She do not play.
That is true. It was all about 2016. I honestly was shocked that he won in the beginning. Let's just be real. When he started his campaign off of the fact that he needed to build a border because Mexicans are rapists.
And are eating eating the cats and eating the dogs and
They eat the
stuff.
cats and dogs. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get into some of these emails, y'all, because these emails are crazy, and these are just the beginning. Because they haven't even started releasing everything. I think they just doing like a little slow drip to try to convince them, look, this not the hill that you want to die on, trying to defend this pedophile. So you need to go ahead and release these files, because if you don't, they gonna get released one way or another. We could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. But let's get into these emails. It says basically, um, starting at number one. Oh wait, no, that was the first one. Okay, it says I'd rather be in Donnie D's shoes. You mean Donnie T? You and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. All right, and it says something. I thought I had something. What is to you? Whatever that is. T.S. Uris. All right. Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. So, who is Bubba? And why would Putin have photos of Trump blowing him? This is a little bit beyond the Epstein, so we getting a little glimpse into another scandal, which we gonna get into on the next clip. let's just get through these emails. It says, what? He says, all good, banding with me. How are you doing? And then they got some other stuff going on. But and it was like, what is your boy Donald up to now? So y'all, that is, I mean, that was pretty much the biggest thing that we got from these emails. But of course, you also see where he was like, I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked yet is Trump. And so they'll talk. This is him talking to Ghislaine, and would you like photos of Donnie and Donald and girls in bikinis in my kitchen? So apparently he's saying, Donnie has been at the place with Epstein with these girls in bikinis. So like yeah, I don't think he can really get his. I want to know what else other emails are going to come out, cuz this right here, this is just phase 1. I is this like
Yeah, this the first batch.
yeah,
I I want to know, how is the grave speaking? This is my confession, because Epstein is confessing from the grave, and the Trump administration thought, okay, okay, let me just throw this in here. He had a thousand FBI agents scroll through all these emails, and he never thought that these emails was going to come out. He had them to scrub his name in each and every last email. However, Congress had already subpoenaed the records from the Epstein estate, so the Epstein estate sent these emails to Congress, and so bam, we got the email. We got the real emails without the redactions of how many times his name is in there, Foxy? 1,800 times. So
Oh,
we got the
okay, the exact amount is 1,500 times.
okay. So we got the emails without the 1,500 redactions. So I don't think he thought that was going to come out.
mhm. Mhm. Well, so in response, and then we got the last one where it says, I think we should let him hang himself if he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then this gives you a viable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. All right, so yeah, very damning emails here. Looks like he definitely had a relationship with the man. What we're gonna talk about next is what a part of that first email that y'all heard us read. So let's get into that. Let me see here. I gotta find the clip. I thought I had it. All right, let's see.
Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. I beg your pardon? Not the big strong man, not the same man that has been ridiculing and denigrating members of the LGBTQIA plus community. Say what now? Let's read this email exchange in its entirety so we can understand the context of it. We're going to read from the top down. This is an email to Jeffrey Epstein from Mark Epstein. I believe Mark Epstein is Jeffrey Epstein's brother. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me down below. So the first message says, I'd rather be in Donnie D's shoes. Then the response from that is, you mean Donnie T. And then the response to that is, you and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. The movie Get Hard? This is the
I never
movie
seen
that
it
they are
either.
referencing. Get Hard. I haven't seen the movie. I'm not that big on comedy, on straight comedy movies. If there's comedy mixed in with horror or drama or thriller or mystery, I'm okay with it. But straight comedy, I'm not into it anymore. But this is the movie that they are referencing. You can watch it on Netflix. When I was researching what the movie was, it says it's on Netflix. It stars Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. Have y'all seen it? Let me know your thoughts and let me know what's the
Okay, I
connection
was about to
between
say.
this movie to this email exchange. But back to the email exchange. Okay, so Mark Epstein sends to Jeffrey Epstein, you and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. And then Jeffrey Epstein responds to that and says, and I thought I had tourists. What's tourists? Hold on, let's see what that is. The definition of tourist, let me make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here's how you pronounce it.
Tourist.
Yeah, tourist.
Tourist.
Tourist. Okay, so the definition of tourist is trouble or woes or aggravation. So, reading Jeffrey Epstein's response to Mark Epstein again, and I thought I had tourists, worries or woes or aggravation. And then Mark Epstein responds to Jeffrey Epstein and says, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Now, I don't have to look this up. Y'all know who Bubba is, right? Bubba is Bill Clinton. So, again, I beg your pardon. So, there is a possibility that Donald Trump
All
performed
right,
fellatio on Bill Clinton.
yeah, yeah, it all makes sense. And we can leave it there. And you guys definitely, if you haven't done so already, make sure y'all go subscribe to The Real Tabitha Speaks. I said what I said has put me up on her, and she's definitely she be speaking some good stuff. So y'all go check her channel out. So ain't that crazy? Donnie is over here giving fellatio to the man who received the notorious man for receiving fellatio.
Child,
Well, he said he don't give a damn. He don't discriminate.
I'm clutching my pearls that
Ah,
I don't even have on.
I'm clutching mine too, and they're non-existent.
Donnie.
We clutching our
Oh,
pearls together. I said what I said. Whew,
what's
that's
Right.
good, everybody in the chat? I saw a lot of people that came in the chat and is speaking,
Yeah.
y'all. What is up? How y'all doing? And before we go any further, I don't know how I even allow myself to go any further in the chat or into the show without celebrating our girl Lizzy's birthday today, y'all. So y'all make sure that y'all. All right, y'all. Yes, make sure that y'all tell our girl Lizzy happy birthday. Um,
okay.
and also, again, thank you all for being in the chat. Thank you all for coming into the live stream. We got a lot more to talk about. But yeah, we thought it would be a good start with the emails and Donnie apparently on his knees.
Mm, mm, mm.
I wonder if he's ever done it under the White House table, like the Oval Office. All right.
Man, you need to be ashamed of yourself for that one.
Well, Melania is not at the White House often, so I don't know.
There's a lot of opportunities, and you know when you
Yeah.
got smoky eyed sociopaths as the VP, and then you got
That love couches. Remember that?
oh, that too. And
Yeah.
then you got Timu Kim, uh, who's trying to be over the Department of Defense, trying to rename it to the Department of War.
Oh no.
So with the makeup room in the Department of War. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, y'all. What do y'all let us know what y'all think? But we're gonna move into the next part because after this, it seems like everybody is trying to deflect from what's going on. So let's just look at what they're saying now to give us a little deflection.
Requests. So this administration has done more than any, and it just shows how this is truly a manufactured hoax by the Democrat Party. For now, they're talking about it all of a sudden because President Trump is in the Oval Office. But when Joe Biden was sitting in there, the Democrats never brought this up. This wasn't an issue.
There's two questions you should ask every Democrat in the House and Senate. Why didn't you bring this up during the 4 years of the Biden administration when the Biden DOJ had all these records the entire time? Nobody ever said a word about it. They didn't care. Now it's the biggest thing in the world. Didn't matter at all when Joe Biden had the files. And
gentlemen, keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. You were there for 4 years.
Why were Democrats not louder at that time about this release?
So a couple of things. Number one, you had pending litigation. So we're not the ones that went out making some campaign promises. In fact, the vast majority of Democrats had been campaigning on things such as affordability. I know that Kamala Harris had an actual plan so that people wouldn't necessarily be stuck in a mortgage for 50 years, but instead she wanted to make sure that they could have $25,000 down payment so that they can move into homes and make life overall more affordable. So we were focused on the bread and butter issues. This was a campaign issue of his. But while there was pending litigation, if you look at when Maxwell was finally convicted, and honestly, she just finished probably one of her last appeals here recently. You are not usually in the middle of an active case and then you say, oh, yes, we're going to release everything. That's not how that goes. So she was prosecuted under the Biden-Harris administration. So no, this was not something to do at that point in time. At this point in time, it's clear that they are not interested in going forward with any additional prosecutions, in addition to the fact that the survivors have come forward. They are begging Congress to do this. This is not something that the survivors were necessarily doing at that time. They were
All right,
still
so
believing
there
in
you
the
have
system
it.
and
We
hoping that it would
have
work.
them basically trying to deflect and saying, why did it take 4 years? I mean, why didn't y'all do it when Biden was in, the 4 years that Biden was in the presidency? And I think she laid it out very clearly. They were prosecuted under the Biden administration while it's an ongoing investigation, an ongoing case. It's not protocol for people to just say, let's release all of the facts, let's release all of the evidence. So, I mean, does that make sense to you guys?
Makes make good sense to me. Everyone knows whenever you have a court case going, you can't talk about that case. Um, you can't mess the case up or what have you. So you're told not to discuss it. The jurors are not supposed to discuss it. Nobody does. But it's just standard for the Republicans. They always got to have some type of clapback, and this is just what their clapback is. To always try to throw it back on the Democrats. So this is their way of trying to say that the Democrats didn't do anything about it. So why are the Democrats making a big deal out of it? But when in actuality, it's MAGA who's mad about this.
Hmm. I totally agree with that too. Like an open court case, like you were saying, you can't disclose everything about the court case. So I think that's what's going on too.
Also, you got to look at in his campaign, he told them when he get in office, he was going to open the files and let everybody know what was going on. Then they came up there. Remember the whatever. I call her Barbie, got up there and opened up this big old stack of papers talking about this is the Epstein files, which was a bunch of blank papers, look like they got from the Xerox machine. Now all of a sudden the actual emails are coming out with 1,500 times of his name being mentioned in it. Now it's the issue. He has the most, his name is mentioned more than anybody else in those files.
More than Epstein?
More than Epstein. Epstein was talking to him. I mean, of course, Epstein. I'm talking about the ones that he naming it. He blaming everybody else but him. That's in there that was pedophiles and whatever. His name is mentioned 1,500 times more, and everybody else is like 800, 700. 4 or 5. But his is 1,500. He's the top of the line.
That makes sense.
That's why it took 1,000 FBI agents to scramble through the damn files just to make sure they scrubbed his name out of it.
Hmm.
1,000 agents.
And whenever he speaks, also, guys, he's always giving us projections. So anytime he's speaking, just know he's really talking about himself, because these are things that he's trying to hide, in my opinion, because it always comes out in the wash. And the last thing I want to say about this is, do y'all think he gonna have time to implement his Project 2025 crap? Because I think these emails finna take over the whole administration for the rest of the time. What do y'all think?
I
If
think
this
so
the first,
too.
if this the first batch of them, y'all think he gonna have time to focus on Project 2025 and emails and deflection?
No, I think, like you said, those emails. Look at how they're starting. They're already starting like as a hot mess. So imagine once we get a few more. I'm telling you right now, nobody's gonna care about that Project 2025. We want to know what are you doing right now with these emails. It's gonna be a lot.
And social media messy. They love to, they already roasting it, man. So
Yeah.
people's attention span is what, 5 seconds,
Yep.
and so yeah, they're gonna people. We're gonna be over here starving, having war, and everything else allegedly, while we still talking about the emails because that's how messy Americans are.
Well, one of the guys that worked for that was the creators of Project 2025. He resigned because of these emails. He didn't want to be involved no more with the Project 2025. And you was the
No,
one of the number one people that was producers of it.
these emails came coming out is definitely the reason why these Republicans are going to be voting to go ahead and release these files next week, especially with them having to be on the record for their with their vote.
And yes, Sunshine, the emails are real. All you have to do is Google them. Go to Google and Google the emails, and Google will give them to you. So, yes, ma'am, they are real. This is not a hoax.
Not a hoax.
And if you remember when Elon Musk was in off, I mean, well, I said in office when he was there in the Oval Office, he asked him when you release um, RFK and Martin Luther King's files, do you want me to release Elon Musk? And Trump said, yeah, you can go ahead and release them then. So remember, he's done said it twice. You can release these files. Now he's realizing how much he's in these files. Now all of a sudden it's deflection, deflection, deflection. So this gonna get real more juicy because we just getting the tip of the crop. We ain't even got into the master of the cake yet.
Well, allegedly, I heard through the grapevine that, he may have a little dementia and he may not remember all the things that he done, 10 or 15, 20 years ago, because all of this stuff was happening, what, in the 80s and 90s. And so it's a possibility that he just really didn't realize how much he was off in these emails. And how could he know if Epstein was talking about him to other people also? So it's all a surprise for all of us, including him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot,
Well,
and
they're gonna jog his memory. They definitely
And
gonna jog.
What was happening, what we need to know about. I was honestly saying the same thing too. At first, when I seen those emails, I was like, these can't be real. But then you look at all the verified sources. It's on CNN, it's on Yahoo News, it's on ABC News, it's everywhere. Like, this is
Oh yeah,
insane.
yeah, he did. And then the thing that makes it even more of a credible story, you have people who were talking about release the Epstein files, like Megan Kelly, because that's who we about to look at. As a matter of fact, now she's out here trying to minimize what the impact of Jeffrey Epstein's like his pedophile ring was. Like he wasn't targeting little kids. He wasn't targeting babies. I mean, they weren't 2 and 5 years old.
No,
So
yeah, he definitely targeted. mid-age to older teenage girls,
But they're still children,
and they
and
are.
Right, right.
it's
Because I
just
would like to know what state. Well, let's show the clip and then I'll make that statement.
It would say it was West Palm Beach, and he was getting the girls out of the hood. They were grabbing the girls from the
bottom. No,
indigent part of town,
Mm-hmm.
and they were grooming him. They started him with a massage, and then next thing you know, he started doing other things. And then they're walking around with $500 and $600, and the parents are, they're pretty much saying, "We're poor. Where'd you get this money from?" Investigations start.
Mm.
And remember the lady that that's and remember he took her out of the population and put her up in a nice little area, even though she's still locked up. But remember she was transporting from overseas too. So you got a lot of young women that came from overseas too.
Yep.
Oh,
And he
you
was,
talking about Ghislaine Maxwell?
just
yeah,
leave it to Missy.
Ghislaine?
yeah.
Listen, Missy,
Oh, she living lavish life now to keep her mouth shut. Oh well, we don't want to, you know.
baby. She hit the jackpot, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She hit the jackpot. So while everybody else is in the regular population or in prison, she's sitting back, living a lifestyle in prison.
Yeah.
All right,
But
let's look at this clip
crazy.
of Megan Kelly basically trying to justify or soften or lighten the impact of what Jeffrey Epstein was doing. So let's look at this clip real quick.
Epstein. I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case
Mhm.
who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years
Mhm.
ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this
Mm.
person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but
Mm,
that he was into the barely legal type.
Mhm.
Like he liked
mm, mm-hmm.
15-year-old
Mhm.
girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8 year
Mhm.
olds, but he liked the very young teen type.
First off, how you pass for being? I mean, how do you look younger than what you are, but pass for legal and you're not of age? Like, I don't understand how that works, but
Well,
To
I think it's what Utah. Is it Utah? I think it's one of those Midwestern states that they consider 16 as adult age.
Yeah,
They get.
yeah, but she said 15. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What state in the United States of America where a 15-year-old is considered legal? So
None.
she's still full
Nine.
of crap, and she wouldn't want her 15-year-old with no 40 or 50-year-old man. So cut
That
the
But
part.
cap, cut
yeah,
the cap,
that
again, cut the cap.
running, prostitution rings on children.
and then
Exactly.
she double downs on it. Listen to her, just like really try to just like she wants y'all to understand exactly what she means.
a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn. Now they call it child sexual abuse material on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual
Mhm.
pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos.
So if it wasn't for the young children, she would be okay with what he was doing. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, I guess since it wasn't a baby that was drinking Similac, so that makes it okay. But I just looked it up. So you got Connecticut, New Jersey, and New Mexico consider 15-year-olds to be a specific legal age for particular purposes only, and it's only for juvenile purposes, for legal purposes in the legal system, but
Mm.
not to be used
Like getting
for
married and
yeah, not
having
to be getting
babies,
married and
right?
anything else. It's other than if they commit a horrific crime and they want to,
Try them as an
try them
adult.
as an adult. Yeah, those are the three states that would do that. So she full of crap.
Yeah, so I mean the lengths at which these people would go to just to defend Donald Trump are just kind of sickening and mind blowing because how do people not I why would you die on this hill? After Donald Trump is out of office, people are going to still remember all of these things that you guys said to in defense of this man. And I just don't understand. Like, is it really worth it?
To them for the money, yeah.
Well,
And the power. Don't forget
I
that.
was gonna say mostly power. Power is the main reason.
but that's what I'm saying. Once he gets out of office, they are probably all going to be investigated and you know,
Well, this is my conclusion and my assumption, and my opinion only. Allegedly, he probably go to hell, and the rest of them going to jail.
Yes, I agree.
I concur.
well, the next thing that we're gonna talk about, because we still got 3 more years of this, is Trump's Oh, and while we at it, let's just before we get into Trump's economy, and this is the same thing that Trump is doing now. He's playing the blame game. He's blaming Bill Clinton.
Mr. President.
Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? Can you turn that down, please? Too much. Too much.
Too much, too much. Turn it down. Turn it down. Um, but they
Damn, you sound just like him.
they're gonna be watch to the end of this clip, guys. It's a 1 minute clip, but watch how he disrespects the reporter at the end of this clip. It is just really this is our president.
Okay?
Mr. President, what did Jeffrey Epstein mean in his emails when he said you knew about the girls?
I know nothing about that. They would have announced that a long time ago. It's really what did he mean when he spent all the time with Bill Clinton, with the president of Harvard, who you know, who that is, Summers, Larry Summers, whatever his name is, and all of the other people that he spent time with. Jeffrey Epstein and I had a very bad relationship for many years. But he also saw strength because I was president. So he dictated a couple of memos to himself. Give me a break. You got to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan Chase.
Sir,
Yeah, Jennifer.
Did he say quiet piggy? I heard him say
Yes,
quiet, quiet. I don't know what he said at the end, but
lies. Did you hear that deflection at his finest? He said, "Oh man, Jeffrey Epstein had a bad relationship for many years," or however he talks. I hate his voice. But anyway, did you hear that? Like I'm like, we all know y'all were like the best of friends. Y'all used to party together. There's plenty of videos and photos of y'all being seen and spotted at different parties over many years. So, come on, cut the crap.
He
cut
bringing up Larry Summers because Larry Summers worked in the Bill Clinton administration, and so it's all deflection. It's all deflection, and it's all connected, and it all makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just like we
yeah,
know that you were with him. We know that you guys were pretty cool. Like that's no, oh, we had a bad relationship for many years. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
and
You
Alice
guys,
and Alice made the point earlier that the emails brings out the fact that him and Jeffrey Epstein's relationship wasn't ended. He hadn't ended his friendship according to the emails. Because remember, he said he left Epstein alone because Epstein took an employee from him.
right, right. But Epstein said, I mean, you never kicked me out of any club because I was never even a part of your club. What are you talking about? So, and then, of course, like you said, he said that. But y'all, we gonna move forward because the other thing that he's trying to deflect on, he's trying to make us buy into the fact that move away from Epstein, stop talking about Epstein. What the Republicans need to focus on is this great booming economy. So let's get into some clips because I don't know about you out there, but he thinks that this economy is the greatest economy in history.
Lower. Now, Walmart came out with a statement that they do every year for many, many decades. And they said that a Thanksgiving meal costs 25% less this Thanksgiving, coming up, think of that, than it did last Thanksgiving under Sleepy Joe Biden. That's a 25% reduction. I think that's right. And if you remember when I first came in, the first 2 days I had a news conference, eggs, they were hitting me with eggs. Eggs had quadrupled in price. And they're screaming at me. I said, I just got here. I didn't know about eggs. And Brooke Rollins, our agricultural commissioner, secretary, did a great job. And now eggs are what they were. We got eggs down. We get it all down. But our prices are much lower. Their line is price is affordability. That's the new word, affordability.
So what y'all think? Do y'all think that Walmart is the tall tale sign that the economy is right where it needs to be?
Absolutely not. Walmart is higher than ever. I am so sorry. This right here, honestly, when you guys were looking at it earlier, just like I got so irritated in my head. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I was like, do you not know Walmart and Target are almost running neck and neck in prices? You remember back when Target was for the bougie folk? Everything
Right.
was $1 or more higher. Walmart, they make it $3.97. At Target, it's $3.98. I don't see the difference for the same item. Walmart used to be the place you could get the cheapest thing you could find. Everything was
That's why you can't
mostly less.
differentiate the shoppers from Walmart and Target nowadays. They all
Right.
look the same because the price is the same.
The prices are the same. I much rather take my money to Target and be there versus go to Walmart where I'm going to be in a long line, two people on the register, tail full of people in the store, walking the whole store. I'm not going to be doing all that. I might as well go to
People
Target.
in the aisle filming TikToks.
Right. And
Right. It won't
usually,
get out the way if they stocking the shelves.
do you
They
know
will
how
not
many
let you shop.
Right. Do you know how many times I've been in a Walmart and they're filming TikToks? I rarely see people film TikToks in Target. But like they are like I just can't even.
And the funny thing about it is that I think a lot of these people we're gonna get into the Walmart shopping Thanksgiving shopping list so everybody can have a good look at what in fact let's just go ahead and let y'all see exactly what Walmart is offering at a 25% discount from last year. Let's see here. We got the Walmart items. What do we have? We have a butterball turkey, 13.5 pounds. We have the Kinder fried onions,
Don't nobody want none of that on that list.
Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. At least it's Campbell's, right? They got Campbell's.
Uh-uh.
Okay. They got stove. Look, they put all the name brands at the top. Stovetop turkey stuffing, the twin pack, so you get 2 packs of the 6 ounce. Okay. Then you get the great value dinner rolls, the fresh russet potato. I don't like russet.
I don't need I like gold or red.
Uh, fresh cranberries. The hell I'm gonna do with that? I don't want no give me a cranberry sauce.
Well,
What a can
I guess you have to make your own cranberry sauce.
oh what a can at? No.
And where the
Yeah.
damn sugar jail if I'm gonna make some cranberry sauce?
I was just gonna say that too.
The sugar? Do we have any sugar? Anything like?
To put in
No.
the pumpkin pie.
Okay, great value baby carrots, great value corn, great value green beans, great value artisan macaroni and cheese, great value great value pie crust, great value. Don't know about who want all this great value.
I don't eat secondhand food. All that secondhand shit, I
Yeah,
don't eat that.
secondhand.
Ain't no
Yeah.
names on it, and I don't want it, and all of it is reject food that didn't make it to the real food.
Yep,
So forget
reject.
that.
What
Yeah,
Reject.
rejects.
And then
now?
how much is this meal gonna be costing? Because I don't see half of this. Like us black folk, I'm just speaking on me personally, but y'all let me know if this applies to y'all too. Us black folk ain't eating half that stuff on that list.
They
And
say
I
they
ain't
Not
never
for
seen. Wait,
Thanksgiving.
hold on, y'all. I ain't never seen my mama make it or me make no damn dressing with no stovetop stuffing.
What? Okay.
And the we're gonna get into the numbers of what this supposed to feed and how much it's supposed to cost and all of that.
I was about
But
to say,
based on these, show the picture, Minion, because you didn't show the picture. Show the picture
oh
of
yeah yeah yeah
everything.
yeah so y'all can get a good
Yeah,
look.
y'all pull this picture up.
yes, A Lady
So,
743, no sweet potatoes or
well,
yam.
hold on. We got some carrots in here, so now and
We
some
don't want
pumpkin pie.
those.
We
We
got some
don't.
carrots and some pumpkin pie. But if you guys see this damn picture, so what? Everybody's supposed to get one string bean. a
Yes.
couple of carrots, and a spoonful of dressing, because you only got one box of stovetop stuffing up here. You ain't even got no damn Martha White cornbread or nothing. So
Well,
everybody supposed to get a spoon of everything, I guess.
Yeah, a spoonful of macaroni and cheese. Oh yeah, y'all can get a handful of cransberries because you don't have nothing to make it with. You might as well just put a handful of cranberries on a plate
okay. Put the cranberries in the bowl.
and just put them on
You
a
might as
plate.
well just forget the cranberries, y'all. Hell, just get y'all jelly. I would pull my damn grape jelly out and use
But hell,
some,
that
some
mean you
regular
got
cranberries.
that mean you got budget even more. If this was all you had for Thanksgiving, all the money that you was gonna spend was gonna be for this dinner right here.
You know what? You know what you can do with that? You know what you can do that? I will tell you right
You
now.
ain't even got no rice.
You can
You
take
got
that.
rice?
You can take that and disperse that amongst your neighbors,
no,
and
no,
I can
no,
guarantee
no
you
tater
they would want
salad.
it.
Look, no tater
No,
salad. No giblet gravy.
no.
Ask your neighbors. Go around with your neighbors and
Okay.
tell
What
your
a
neighbors you're
what a
giving out
chicken
Thanksgiving.
gizzards.
Tell
Yeah,
your
what the
neighbors,
gizzards at for the, oh you pull the gizzards out the turkey
right?
minion.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Tell
You got
your
the gizzards in the
neighbors,
Look,
turkey.
look, and you're only getting 1 teaspoon of gravy. Look at the
yes,
packet. You got 1 packet of gravy, so you're only getting 1 teaspoon of gravy
Where's
on
the
your.
gravy at, Foxy? I don't see no gravy. Where
It's
your
right
giblet
there. It
gravy?
say
Right
brown
back.
gravy. It's
brown gravy.
orange.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh
see the
yes,
orange pack?
I don't. That ain't how the gravy. That ain't the gravy I use. I use the gravy in the can with the cream of chicken soup and put some eggs and some giblet gravy in there. So that ain't what we eat. And so
How
no.
we gonna
this
season this? Where we
pull
season
out
this
the
with?
numbers. Pull out the numbers.
Where are the
Meaning
numbers?
of
Let
how
me
many
see.
people this supposed to feed and how
It's
many
supposed to feed
how
10
much it
people
costs.
at $4 a person.
$4,
10 people
$40.
at
Yeah,
$4 a person.
You know what?
10 people. But make this make sense. This supposed to feed 10 people, $4 per person, and all you're gonna spend is $40 at the grocery store.
You might as well get two of these. You got to get two of these packs.
Packs of what?
Wait a
This
minute, you got
this
to realize
bundle.
you. Wait a minute, you only got 1 can of pumpkin pie stuff, and you got
Who
two
eat
pie
pumpkin
shells.
pie? Who eat pumpkin pie? I need a handful on this panel right now. Who eat pumpkin pie?
I eat pumpkin
Well,
pie.
I think on the pies, Foxy, you supposed to use that put some water in that pie mix, and then that way your pie will be a little soupy, but you can make two pies out of that. If you
No.
if you throw
The
some water with
evaporated milk.
it,
Add some evaporated
right?
milk and
But
you
as
know.
a cook, as a real cook that know how to cook Thanksgiving dinner, I don't know any person that bake or real cook. Now, some things you can doctor up and make it taste good, but when you're baking stuff, you don't use great value milk. You don't use great value. You don't use secondhand products to bake your items with. And us as our people. Now, I'm not saying everybody in our race use Pepperidge Farm breadcrumbs and Martha White cornbread
Nah,
mixed
we
to
use
make our dressing.
cornbread. I
Yeah.
use cornbread.
And where the celery and the onions for the damn dressing at?
None,
There's
none.
no celery,
And
no onions,
and that's the thing.
No,
And like
no
a
seasoning
lady,
salt, no seasoning
wait, a
whatsoever.
no
lady.
Yeah.
butter.
This is what I was gonna say to y'all earlier when she said that, right? A lady 743 when she said, "Look, no lie, this is the stuff we take to the shelter." It is. This is the stuff you pass out to your neighbors. Ask your neighbors right now, do they want any of this stuff? They'll tell you they're good. They may take turkey.
Why would you spend money on this? After that? Why would you if you had the choice to spend $40? Are you gonna spend $40 on this? Or I mean, what can you really get for $40 though? I mean,
Right.
that
Right.
is
No, not
true
much.
too though. Yeah,
Not
I
much.
mean, we gotta
Those
think about
Okay,
canned
that.
wait a minute.
goods and those carrots.
Right,
Okay,
right.
wait a minute. What person of us use Italian five cheese in their macaroni and cheese?
Nobody.
No, we need some damn Velveeta.
Velveeta.
Vita, right?
I
Velveeta.
need some cheddar cheese,
There's some
You
some
tell
cheddar
the
Cheddar,
cheddar
cheese.
cheese.
Colby Jack
And where
cheese.
the eggs at to put
Not
in the
that.
damn pumpkin pie in the macaroni, the baked macaroni? Where's the
Yeah.
eggs at?
No eggs,
Right.
no salt,
All
no
right.
pepper.
I mean, we done went hard on this damn list, but this is just, guys, to let y'all know that this man is out of his mind if he think that this is going to be the tall tale sign. Now, this is any indicator that our economy is doing better than it was last year.
Honestly, it's an indicator that our economy is going straight to HELL. It is nothing. Do you think this is something to talk about our economy going up? This right here shows a Great Depression.
It's disgraceful.
This is the Great Depression. If this is a Thanksgiving meal, this is the Great Depression, y'all.
Wait a minute, they do have a 5 pound bag. Look behind the cranberries. That is potatoes. And we remember we said there want no potatoes. There's some potatoes there, so you make some potato salad. It's a 5 pound
Well,
bag.
where's the mustard and the eggs and
And
the
the
radishes
eggs, no
and the
sugar.
pimentos? Where's all that at to put in the potato salad? Ain't none of that in there.
And the sugar. Like Lizzie said, there's no sugar in there for for the sweetness of the pie or the yam. Well, you ain't got no yam, so you
I
know
don't eat
that.
But
pumpkin pie.
basically, though, this
I
is what
love
Trump.
yam.
This is what Trump wants y'all to eat for Thanksgiving dinner. This is what he's touting, saying that Thanksgiving dinner is 25% less than what it cost last year. And I call flag on the damn play.
I wouldn't want none of it. I'm just letting you. They can keep all that at the store.
No, and look, they say foul.
But y'all, for on the serious note,
And
this
is that
could
$40
feed.
with tax? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. I mean, it's not. I'm sure that's not tax included, this could feed somebody, and then they'll just have to go to the shelter to get the rest of the stuff that they need for their
They can't
family.
go to the shelter. They might as well go to the shelter for that because that's what the shelter gonna provide. Then you go to the grocery store and get the rest. Well,
You
why
know
would
what?
you?
That might be a better idea, Lizzie.
Right.
Go to the shelter, get all your the main stuff, and then spend that $40 on all the stuff that you need, the extra to make that
The
main.
eggs.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
tell your
yeah.
family to go to the shelter also, cause hell, you ain't gonna feed nobody with this little mess. I mean,
Right.
That's what
you're
we
not supposed.
saying. Instead of going to Walmart, take your ass to the shelter, get one of these little packs like this.
Yes.
That look,
Okay,
you probably
okay,
get
because
better stuff.
normally on holidays is when family get together. So I'm just trying to figure out: is we supposed to fight over this little small turkey?
Oh,
Yes.
you better do potluck.
Potluck. But not everybody gonna bring something.
Now, if you in the $40 budget Walmart Thanksgiving dinner meal bucket, then you probably ain't gonna have a big family coming out to you know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna be an intimate Thanksgiving with just you and the kids.
Oh, okay. So that's the
Okay.
same thing as telling the children they ain't gonna, instead of them getting 4 or 5 Barbies, they ain't gonna get but one Barbie doll
Two.
from the
Yeah,
dollar
Yes,
yeah,
store.
that's what
yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
be. Yeah, it's
What do
exactly
you
what
say?
it
One
is.
or two dolls
Instead
No
of
instead of
ten
one.
10?
dollars, you get two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You get two.
yeah.
No. But what if your mama got a whole bunch of kids? This is what this looks like right here. It looks like everybody's gonna get one gift apiece.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you ration out the plate, and then
Yep.
if there's something left, we'll see how we can
We'll
distribute it
see
out for
how
seconds.
we will divide.
Well,
But
that's
Exactly.
what
but
I propose. America, go on a diet for Thanksgiving. Get y'all a sandwich and some chips,
Well,
and
they
call it
already
a
taking a
day.
diet. If this the meal that they gotta
Yeah,
eat,
do not patronize these people and let them make money since they shut the government down. So shut down Thanksgiving and Christmas. Just explain to the kids they'll have a double whammy next year, hopefully,
go out to the
or
field.
you'll do it on their birthday or whatever.
yep.
But don't pay them to play in our face, because that's what they doing. Walmart and Trump, they all playing in our face.
Go to the field and just shoot down your own turkey.
Pluck it,
And
clean it.
we gonna have to get back to the basics.
I
Yeah.
don't know how to pluck a turkey, y'all.
Oh, go
YouTube,
YouTube it.
YouTube it.
Google.
Okay.
You put it in hot water and let the fur put them in hot water and then you pluck the fur out.
Like, wait a minute, hold them up. Y'all going too far. Hell, I'm gonna have to go to the shelter because I ain't gonna be able.
Yeah.
Look, it's
All
on the
right,
Don't
now
forget
website.
the
on a
food. No,
serious
don't
note.
forget the food banks.
Yep,
You
the food.
listen,
One or
listen,
two.
y'all. I ain't gonna be able to go out there in the field and shoot a turkey and then pluck him and skin him and all of that. I'm not gonna be able to
You
do all
know,
of
you know,
that.
What I
and then
said.
you gotta
Look,
go
Don't
to the
forget.
garden
Oh,
and go pull some greens and some carrots and some onions.
you
We
know
gonna
what?
have to get back into the. We
Nah,
gonna have.
I'll just eat some chili dogs. I ain't gonna be
No,
able
no,
to do
no,
all
no.
of that. But we could. I'm just saying I could eat some chili dogs or hot leek. Just eat something else on Thanksgiving. But don't patronize Walmart like that,
You know what? You
giving
know
them all
what?
our money.
I'm telling you guys, I think the field idea is a great idea. Go out there and catch you a little turkey. You know what I'm saying? You know when you go on the side of the road when you be driving down the highway, you long
Child,
interstate
I'm a starve
highways.
from to death. I ain't gonna be able to do that, Liz. I can't.
No, I'm telling you, go get you some corn because it's always a nice little field right there on the highway. Go get corn, go pluck your greens. Go out there. There's a
We
whole.
do need to get back to that, but you know what? The, we ain't got no time to be doing that. We got to work. These bills getting higher and more higher. We ain't
Well, when
got
they
time.
get high
I
like that,
don't have
yes,
to
we gonna
work,
wait.
but I can't do that. I can't shoot no turkeys.
Yes,
Oh
you
look,
can.
look.
I can't
And
do
go
all of
after
that.
work, Million.
Listen,
You can
you're
go
going
after
too far.
work.
Listen, I'm gonna just come to y'all house then, listen. I'm gonna let y'all do all of that, and I'll come over there and eat y'all turkey, cause I ain't gonna be able to do all that. Yeah,
That
catch
is
your turkey. Catch your turkey is what Lisa said.
Catch a turkey, catch your
that'll be
corn, catch
fun.
your
That'll be
greens,
fun. Look,
catch
those
your
type of
corn.
activities y'all start having during Thanksgiving. We gonna
I
Hmm.
look, I got sweet brown sugar in the closet. I haven't used her lately, so that'd be a good idea. Go out there and shoot me a turkey. Okay, sweet brown sugar. Let's go out here and shoot us a turkey.
Oh, I'm glad
Yep.
you clarified that because I sure was wondering what sweet brown sugar in the closet,
I wouldn't
where we was
know.
going with that. I was like, is
Well,
this the
baby,
right conversation?
listen.
No,
I'm gonna pull the bologna out, y'all. Y'all gonna get y'all turkeys and things. I'm just gonna pull out some bologna and call it a day, cause I ain't gonna be able to do all of that. That's a little bit too much for me.
well, let's listen
I'm
to
telling
what
you, you could go out there
MTG.
and get you a turkey.
Let's listen
It's
to
free.
what MTG had to say about Trump and his Walmart. Him trying to gaslight us into believing that this is the indication of a great economy.
And so
I mean, come
gaslighting the
on.
people and trying to tell them that prices have come down is not helping. It's actually infuriating people because people know what they're paying at the grocery store. They know what they're paying for their kids' clothes and school supplies. They know what they're paying for their electricity bills. And so that approach does not work. We need compassion and show that we care about the American people and show that we are in the trenches with them on what they're going through. That's first and foremost. You don't
All
gaslight them,
right.
you don't lecture
So
them, and
y'all
you don't
heard what
deny
MTG
what's
said.
happening.
You do not gaslight the American people and try to pretend like they're stupid and they can't see that when they go to the grocery store that everything is higher and that their money don't stretch us further. Like it only works for so long. And these white people, these white MAGA people, y'all starting to realize that although y'all racism, it was fun at the time when everybody was like, yeah, get them immigrants and them illegals out. And no more DEI and all that other stuff because y'all thought that Trump was gonna make a way for y'all. Y'all thought Trump was gonna say, okay, well now I'm going all these positions gonna go straight to y'all. But guess what? He's letting y'all down again. We're gonna talk about it, but I just thought I would throw this little clip in there because to me it's funny.
Republicans have to talk about it,
And
Laura.
does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign
but
workers.
you also do have to bring in talent. When
Well, we
a
have
country
plenty of talented people
no, you
here.
don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, "I'm going to put you into a factory. We're going to make missiles," or "I'm going to put."
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
when you and I were
I'll give you
growing
an
up.
example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing and very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5.
Well, y'all, that was him basically saying that he's going to not only Is he gonna keep getting money from these outside countries, but he gonna bring his them people from them outside countries into the country? So I don't understand what this
But wait a
No,
immigration.
minute. But wait a minute, guys. Who the heck? Who was it that went got those people out of Georgia? Was that not Christy Nome and the Department of Homeland Security went and picked those people up, and all those people was working in that plant? What was it? The car company, was it
yeah, it was.
Hyundai?
Yeah, it was Hyundai, and
Honda.
it's
Hyundai, yeah,
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Them people was working, and y'all went and deported each and every last one of them. And then Brian Kemp was begging those people to come back, and he's just saying, so you deport these people, and now you want to bring them back on a visa, and he's talking about everybody say get them out of the country. Nobody told you to get those people out of the country. Y'all did all of that just for show, and now you
Right.
need to come back to work. But you want to put it on the American public saying that we said deport these people. Nobody told you to deport anybody. You did that as a campaign promise. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is mad because he didn't endorse her. She want to run for the governor of Georgia and she want to run for Senate. And he told her no. So now she don't flip the script and she on the other side because just like somebody in our chat said earlier, I think it was a lady, all the misinformation that you spewed over the last decade, and now all of a sudden because you can't because your daddy is not endorsing you, now you want to flip the script and you think people don't forgot all that crazy crap that you used to talk about.
Right.
Hmm.
And also, you got to remember, after they deported him, and he found out what happened, he messed up. He wanted them to come back. They said no. They said no. They was not coming back. China said they're not sending anybody else back over here to work for us in that capacity.
Well, so yeah, now that everybody sees that Donald Trump doesn't really care about Americans having jobs, and he doesn't really care about especially the white Americans who were the ones that really was trying to vote for this. Not saying that there wasn't a lot of black people who weren't for immigration, but primarily it was the MAGA base. Um, yeah, he's basically telling y'all those jobs y'all thought y'all were gonna get, they're gonna go to either a foreigner or AI. Y'all don't have no chance.
No, basically, and he said, the illegal immigrants, and we're going to close the southern border, the illegal immigrants. Well, you forgot that the East Coast, the West Coast are now open because you got all the ICE agents throughout the United States instead of paying attention to the borders. So, hey, we open game right now.
And here is Donald Trump formally withdrawing his support and his endorsement from
But
Congresswoman.
wait a minute before you say that. And by the way, guys, it was never the immigrants that took the jobs. It's AI and technology that's taking the jobs. But he's got the American public believing that it's the immigrants' fault. And he even have some of our people believing that the immigrants are taking all of the resources as far as Medicaid and Medicare and stamps, when in actuality, those people get 16% of food stamps, and Black people only get 26%, and it's the Caucasian people that get 37% of all benefits. And we don't, I don't even have the numbers for the type of corporate welfare that we pay these corporations, to have their companies in our states. And Elon Musk is the biggest welfare recipient king there is.
You
So,
mean welfare queen? That's a
well,
welfare
king,
queen.
queen, or whatever you want to call him, he get more money than anybody, and it's all welfare. Why they trying to
Uh-huh.
blame it? My main point is they want you to feel like the immigrants is taking everything from you, and it's not the immigrants. It's really smoke and mirrors, and it's all technology, AI, robots, and Elon Musk that's taking and corporate America that's taking the money out your hands and taking your jobs away.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
look how many government contracts he got. And then after he got all his government contracts and they were all approved and everything, he left. He ain't been back since. So that should let you know, oh, he did this Doge and he was cutting back on the cost and the government and everything. He got all his contracts, and just as soon as he got all his contracts fulfilled, he left. He
That's
has
true.
he has not been back, and now he left us in an economy that is so terrible because that was I said what I said, smoking mirrors, telling everybody, oh, see, we come back on all the money that the government is wasting, and he got all his contract when he got that last government contract. Cause see, you got to remember, every one of those government contracts was denied by the government, and he went in there and got all them contracts approved and went back to Texas and has not looked back at the country since. He's down there living the lifestyle.
He
Then
got
he
his
got
own city down here.
right, and then also he got the South Africans that came over, and you don't hear nothing else about them. And right after they got over here, they left. He left. They all
Yep.
down there on his little city, working for him, making money. They living large. And then you talking about you trying to protect the borders. Oh, you brought them over.
Yeah, and then now we're seeing the largest transference of wealth from the middle class to the rich with these with the big beautiful bill that's putting us what over $4 trillion in national debt over the next 10 years, I believe. So yeah, yeah.
They give you a whole lot of smoke and mirrors to try to make everybody think that
It's it's the
overseas,
immigrants and the under. You're right.
and they're sending all this money overseas. And see, that's a waste of money. We're feeding the people over there. No, they're feeding their pockets over here. They got y'all looking over there. And while you looking away over there and saying, yeah, yeah, why we feeding them? We should be feeding here and blah blah blah. And they filling their pockets right on up. Okay, y'all
Hmm.
dummies want to keep looking that way? Okay, keep looking that way. While I'm taking the money right out of your faces right here.
So basically, anything melanated is the boogeyman, when in actuality, their ass is Freddy Krueger, not the immigrants.
Exactly.
The immigrants pay into taxes and can't even get what they pay into the tax system out of it. So
I
you
didn't
know,
even realize that immigrants pay $579 trillion worth of taxes in the United States. So
Yes.
we're gonna talk about that next show. But that's how
Yes.
stupid, and that's how stupid they are. Why would you get rid of 579 million? I mean $1 trillion worth of taxes, and half of those people
that's
can't
why
even
he bringing
file
them
for
back.
income tax.
That's
And
why
that's
he
how
bringing them
And half
back.
of them don't even file for income tax.
Exactly.
They're paying into it, but they're not getting anything out of it, and they're getting ostracized. Get the hell out of here with all of that.
right. And the people don't realize it's like get them out of my neighborhood. They all in my neighborhood. Do you know, dum dums, that if you they get out of the neighborhoods and they've been paying the rent and the mortgage for the houses they were in and help building the houses. Don't you know that your tax dollars for those that own houses, your taxes are going to go up because you got vacant houses and vacant apartments. Your rent going to go up. Y'all didn't think about that,
Oh, they
but
gonna
you
find that.
yeah, when look next year
Mhm.
at the beginning of January, and when everything go up, the rent go up, the the taxes go up on your property. Then you're gonna be like, well, why the taxes so high? Cause y'all dummies got rid of the people that was helping you to keep it down.
Also, they said, and I knew this was going to happen, that ICE is taking people's property and money and not returning those items to them. But remember, guys, remember when we were covering this last year, before he got elected, or earlier this summer, not last year, but earlier this summer. Remember, I told y'all, I said they arresting these people so they can take their stuff from them, and that's basically what they're doing. They're taking these people money,
Mm,
jewelry, anything of value. ICE is taking their personal property allegedly, and they're not returning it back to these people.
Right, and their vehicles and everything. And then and then you take it people that are legal. Then you find out they're legal. You put them out from where they had them at and telling them to figure out how to get back home. They don't even know where they're at.
That's
right.
true. That's true.
Well, let's get into what Donald J. Trump had to say about and to Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then we're going to get into the last clip, which is very scandalous, y'all. And it's kind of actually talking about what we were just talking about, how these people only care about feeding their own pockets, their own pocketbooks, and enriching themselves using the power of their political office. So we're gonna get into that, but this is what Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, I want to read. Do one of y'all want to read it so I don't have to sound like I'm remedial with? my reading skills.
You want me to remedial? You're not remedial. You want me to read it or what?
You
Yeah,
can.
child, we tired of your country voice. Go ahead, go for it, Lizzy.
You're not remedial. Anyway, so it says. Okay, I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. Over the past few weeks, despite my creating record achievements for our country, including a total and complete victory on the shutdown, closed borders, low taxes, no men and women's sports, or transgender for everyone, ending DEI, stopping Biden's record setting inflation, biggest regulation cuts in history, stopping 8 wars, rebuilding our military, being respected by every country in the world as opposed to being the laughing stock that we were just 12 months ago, having trillions of dollars, record setting, invested in the USA, and having created the hottest country anywhere in the world from being a dead country just 12 months ago, and so much more. All I see is wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain.
Okay, so that's just the first part of his rant on Truth Social, y'all. So stopping 8 wars, which ones, please? Please, somebody, please tell me which wars this
Yeah, I
man
didn't
is
know 8
stopped.
wars was going on.
I didn't
What
know
8
they
wars
were
is he
trying to
talking
fight.
about?
I didn't know 8 wars were going on either. I missed something. Maybe I woke up on another side of the country. I don't see the eight
Well,
wars.
maybe he talking about some gang wars. Is it
Um,
gang war? Is it any gang wars going on that we don't know about
I know
around
they
the
getting
no,
United
ready to fight
States?
a few people right now for some old game wars, but I don't know if it's anything new.
Yeah.
no. I ain't seen no wars over here, really. Except for ICE and the protesting, and that ain't really a war.
But wait a
No.
minute, this whole post is like filled to the brim of just like jokes and memes. Because obviously, first off, he's lying. Secondly, he's the most respected president. Everybody and their mom is laughing at us. We are the laughing stock of the entire world at this
Mhm.
point.
Wait a minute, no, wait a minute. The thing that got me closed borders. What borders? Except for the South and the North. Canada said they don't want to be bothered with us. Mexico said they don't want to be bothered with us. So we got two open side borders. You got the West Coast and the East Coast. You keep forgetting about those borders. That coming from the over there like Asia, China, Korea, all of them. They could come in that way and part of Europe. And then you got the East Coast. You got France, all these other ones, Iraq, Iran, all them other countries that could come over. So, what borders? You say all the borders? You didn't close all the borders.
And what is America? Are we on a dating app or something? What the hell do you mean the
The
hottest
hottest,
country?
yeah.
Yeah, what is this? Is we trying to get with somebody or something?
Right.
How would you
Everybody
how
want a piece of
you
us.
how you describe what why you use that adjective? How you gonna
You
describe
know,
America as the hottest place to come to? And
yeah.
nobody is trying to come over here. Like Foxy said,
Mm-mm.
we don't even have friends anymore.
We don't.
We can't
We
go
don't.
nowhere. We can't go to other countries and other countries don't want to come to us.
Mm-mm.
As Vegas, they losing plenty of money because Canadians are not going to Vegas anymore. It's so with him closing all these borders,
And then
uh,
him shooting down the random little boats with
Yep,
right,
the
with big
random
right, the
ass
boats.
missiles.
Venezuelan boats,
Yeah, yeah,
Right, and
yeah.
yeah.
also had
With the
drones.
biggest
Nobody,
artillery.
nobody is coming into America, and America can't go nowhere because everybody said we can't go over there. So
Yep.
what is he talking about? It's just all. I think he think everybody's stuck on stupid or something. I
It's
think he think everybody
disrespectful to the
right.
American people, is what it is,
Right.
because we all know better.
I think he think we all QAnon, because QAnon will believe this kind of stuff.
It's it's crazy.
Do you want me to finish?
Yeah, we could finish. This is the last part of the last. Y'all see the last half? Still, it took
Yeah.
up how much space this take up? But go ahead,
Oh.
Lizzie.
Okay, so sir, from all I see, wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain. It seemed to all begin when I sent her a poll stating that she should not run for senator or governor. She was at 12% and didn't have a chance unless, of course, she had my endorsement, which she wasn't about to get. She has told many people that she is upset that I don't return her phone calls anymore. But with 219 congressmen slash women, 53 U.S. senators, 24 cabinet members, almost 200 countries, and otherwise normal life to lead. I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. I understand that wonderful conservative people are thinking about primarying Marjorie in her district of Georgia, that they too are fed up with her and her antics. And if the right person runs, they will have my complete and unyielding support. She has gone far left, even doing The View, with their low IQ, Republican hating anchors.
Oh,
Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
Mm.
wow.
Now, what kind of president talk like that? And,
Wow.
and let's take a break for a second. Happy birthday, Shanice.
Okay,
It's
happy
also Shanice's
birthday,
birthday
Shanice.
today too.
And
Yeah,
y'all, let's go ahead and do another we gotta do another celebration, y'all,
right.
for
For
Lizzy
Shanice.
too though. And our girl
This is my
Shanice.
birthday twin.
So y'all birthday twin. Happy birthday. All right, guys. Yeah, so back to this clown.
All right.
Yeah, such a smart ass. He is such a smart ass and an asshole. He's a, that was a funny comment. I ain't gonna lie. He said she's mad because I don't return her phone calls anymore. But with 219 congressmen, 53
But wait a minute. But you got time. You got time to send out a damn tweet every 5 seconds, but you ain't got
okay,
time to take a phone call. But I'm gonna digress, Trump.
yeah, you can post this essay of a
I digress.
post, but you can't just take a call from MJT. But he is so petty. He is so petty.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's
Hey,
real petty.
it's me.
And this
It's
is not what we should want from a president. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was the allure about Donald J. Trump is him always talking shit to everybody. And people thinking that he's keeping it real and all other stuff. And because he was a businessman, but businessmen only look out for themselves. So we should have known that.
of
He,
course that's the arrogance.
all right, y'all. So,
Are
oh
you crying, Megan?
no, he's so stupid. Ranting lunatics. I can't take I can't take a ranting lunatics call every day.
Do you know my favorite part was the end right there where it says she's gone far left doing The View with their low IQ Republican hating anchors. Low IQ? Did we really have to throw low IQ in there?
Right,
And
right.
then tell you thank you again for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like
He's so
what?
But when he say,
What?
but when he say low IQ, Lizzie, most of the view is, he's really talking about Whoopi and Sonny, because when he referenced black women, he always called us low IQ, even though um, they IQ is anybody IQ higher than his IQ. But he always, when he's referencing to black people, he loved to use that because that's a code word for they're not nothing because they're black.
Mm,
So, and
yeah.
the view, Whoopi always on him, and Sonny is always on him, so he hate the view and Joy. All
Oh,
three of them always on him, and Joy is a Jewish lady, so she's
okay.
in his eyesight. She's not a white lady, and so you low IQ unless you're white. So that's why he used that terminology.
Mm.
hmm
Because look how he talk about Jasmine Crockett. He called her low IQ. That woman got degrees and everything. He talking about she got a low IQ. Where?
Do he even have an IQ? Is what I want to know. Shit.
I want to see him sit down and take an IQ test,
I can
and then
guarantee
in that
you
same sitting, we see the
Right.
test results.
Right.
below 70.
Well, remember he said he had an IQ. You remember he said the doctor said he had never seen nobody have such a high IQ as him.
Okay, y'all. Before we get into the next clip, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean I meant to acknowledge what you just said. But before we get into the next clip, guys, let's take a quick moment. And if you guys haven't done so already, and if we can get Lizzy's uh, YouTube channel in the chat, y'all go ahead and follow our girl Lizzy. Today is her birthday, Queen Lizzy. So y'all make sure y'all follow her. Also, if y'all haven't subscribed to really everybody's channel, my channel, Minion the God, Foxy 2, Roxy 3, I said what I said, aka I said what the I said. Um, and then of course Queen Lizzy. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. And the most important one y'all need to subscribe to is the Off the Record channel. So if y'all haven't done so, please do that. And then like the video.
Oh, and Lizzie, can you do me a favor and put your link in the private chat so I can go ahead and save it so I can put it on up when I put
Maybe,
up everybody else's.
Okay.
or yeah, or our producer, maybe our producer can put it in.
Oh yes, our producer. Can you go ahead and put up her link, please, producer?
All right, y'all, let's get into the last clip. This is the one where the scandal gets a little bit more intense. So I hope y'all, and we're gonna go ahead and watch most of this clip. It's about a 7 minute clip, guys, but we're gonna stop it in between so you guys can make sure y'all absorbing the information that's being given to y'all in this clip, because this is some juicy ass shit. So y'all make sure that y'all are listening.
ProPublica published quite a scoop about Trump DHS Secretary Kristi Noem that in any era, any other era, I should say, would be a career-ending scandal. But to understand the pattern of corruption of this woman, we just have to zoom out just a little bit, just for a moment. Because since Noem took over DHS at the beginning of the year, she's become known for appearing to be more obsessed with putting on various costumes than doing her actual job. I mean, she donned a bulletproof vest just to talk to her own agents. She wore a Customs and Border Patrol uniform on Fox News. And of course, she is constantly, and I
bet she is constantly riding horses in her private time.
plenty of cameras around to capture the moment. But Noem's apparent obsession with image actually goes much further than just putting on costumes, because she has directed more than 200 million taxpayer dollars into TV ads to promote her work at DHS. And just to put it in context, that
$200 million just on TV ads. Just let that sink in.
is nearly twice what DHS spent on ads altogether in all of last year. And the content of those ads have already been a scandal kind of in and of themselves.
I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for securing our border.
And if you're wondering who exactly the target audience is for that, DHS spent $30,000 to run that ad, the one I just showed you, specifically in the ad market where Mar-a-Lago is. Now, as much as spending tens of thousands of dollars to make sure your ad plays on the TV near the president is a bizarre waste of taxpayer money,
Yeah, why we gotta pay for her to make Trump feel good by seeing ads of deporting immigrants?
$1,000, it turns out, is a drop in the bucket compared to the more than $200 million DHS has spent this year making and airing ads. And the rest of that money is where the story gets truly bonkers. I mean, since March, we have known that DHS skipped the normal competitive bidding process when giving out the contracts to make and air these ads. DHS claimed that because Trump declared an emergency at the southern border, they didn't have to waste time getting competitive bids. And that brings me to the first part of ProPublica's big scoop today.
All right, guys. So just so if y'all want to make sure y'all keeping up with us, because of the emergency that Donald Trump declared, Kristi Noem said we don't have to do big contracts anymore. We can just give the contract out to whoever the fuck we want to give it out to. Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Because it turns out that the majority of that no bid contract money, 143 million taxpayer dollars, went to this kind of mysterious LLC in Delaware. An LLC that was created just days before it got that no bid contract, just days. And the man who owns the home that LLC lists as its address did not respond to ProPublica's questions. Now, when asked why the agency chose that LLC, DHS said, quote, "The results speak for themselves," and then proceeded to claim that Trump has made the border the most secure it has been in American history. Not exactly answering the question. So DHS gave a $143 million.
So the LLC was created a few days before they gave a $140 million no bid contract to it.
That is obviously a scandal enough to begin with. Then there's this. This is an ad Kristi Noem shot on October 2nd, which, by the way, was the second day of the government shutdown. So while hundreds of thousands of federal workers went without pay, including the nearly 50,000 TSA workers that work under Noem, Noem donned a cowboy hat and had a production company film her riding horseback with buffalo. And whether or not you care about the very weird content of the ad, you should care about who made it. Because according to ProPublica's new reporting, that ad was made by a company called Strategy Group, which is run by a man who is not only the husband of Noem's chief DHS spokesperson, Tricia McLaughlin, yes, she's a something, but also has personal and business ties to Noem herself. And the company's name, Strategy Group, does not appear on any of the public documents about the contract. Instead, the group listed on the contract is the mysterious Delaware LLC that DHS gave that $143 million contract to. I should say that DHS said in a statement to ProPublica that it does all of its contracting by the book. Okay. But the office in charge of funding ad contracts at DHS is the Office of Public Affairs, which is run by none other than DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin. And when she was asked about why DHS ended up using her husband's company, Strategy Group, to make that ad, she replied with this: "We don't have visibility into why they were chosen. I don't know who they're a subcontractor with, but I don't work with them because I have a conflict of interest and I fully recuse myself. My marriage is one thing and work is another. I don't combine them. Well, Tricia, they seem pretty freaking combined right now, don't they? I mean, her husband, the CEO of Strategy Group, Ben Yoho, did not respond to ProPublica's questions. So not only did DHS give a $143 million no-bid contract to an unknown LLC, but that unknown LLC then hired someone tied to Noem, someone literally married to the Noem aide in charge of giving out DHS ad contracts. And believe it or not, this is not the first scandal about Noem and this company, the Strategy Group. See, back when she was governor, Noem's office hired Strategy Group to make these ads. Yet again, a lot.
All right, so this is pretty much them saying that she has a history of using this company, that she funneled the payment through another shell company to go back to Strategy. And Strategy also was the company that she used for back when she was a governor to do these dress up, um, where she's like uh, all different types of professions.
The main character is a cowboy. She definitely wants y'all to know she ride a horse.
Yeah,
That's her main character of choice.
they
I
say
mean,
she loves cosplay, so
Yeah.
that's weird. I'm just letting you
And
know
and,
that is
and
weird.
also two guys. Y'all remember Corey Lewandowski, don't you? That was Trump's campaign manager the first time. That's who she's dating right now. And him and her take lavish plane rides all over,
on
wherever they
private
go.
jets, yeah,
Really?
On our dime.
on our
Now
dime.
that is
On our
exactly what I
dime.
knew. I didn't know that. I did not know that she was dating
Yeah, she's
that.
dating Corey, and they
Yeah.
take lavish trips on our dime because she had Trump to get her a $200 million plane for the Department of Homeland Security. So they take trips
Look at
and go
her.
wherever they want to go on our dime.
This is
And,
disgraceful.
and does she not know if anybody recognize for her dressing up as an officer, even though she dressing doing dress up and she leaning into the car for a commercial, that is against the law because you cannot go out here and impersonate an officer of the law.
Well, I don't know if that's against the law if it's being like recorded, because people in
For
movies
advertising.
and yeah do it all the time.
And
So
she's the head of a Department of Homeland Security, so that's kind of like one of the
Wait,
law
did she get
pro.
married?
No, she not no more. She not.
Right.
No,
Oh,
no.
oh, it still pop up like she's married. Okay.
Ain't this the same woman that unalive her puppy?
yeah, the one that shot her puppy dead.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought
talking
this
about
was.
unalived her puppy? We grown.
Well, I was told that if you say killed or whatever, your channel can get taxed. So that's why a lot of people say unalive.
On the live, yeah.
So that's why I was trying not to get
But
try
that's in
not
the first. But that's in the first. So many minutes, and they've even changed that. Now you can start
Right.
sending it out to seconds now. But that was used to be in the first 10 minutes of the live, or 5 minutes or so. But after that, you can start. You can start saying it.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure because I ain't trying to get us tagged. We're trying to build our channel, not kill it. You know.
Right.
So I'm just looking out for all of us. I don't want That's why I said unalive. But yeah, you know, and she put him in the pit and all this because the puppy didn't want to act right. That she felt didn't act right the way she wanted it to act right. It's a puppy. It got to learn.
So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of scandal with her apparently. With this, the way she's been spending the money, these no bid contracts, how she's been funneling, seem like money laundering. Trying to funnel the money into one of her businesses.
It's a
It's a lot
kickback.
going on. I
She
mean, it's
doing
definitely a kickback,
Yeah, she doing a whole lot of kickback
but that's at
because
another level.
yeah, and so with the federal government's funding too. So she go oh shit, she gonna be ooh
140 million. Let's
yeah
say she only got 5 million out of a kickback. That's still a lot of money.
right. But to her, that's chunk change because she's the Secretary of Homeland Security, so they get a nice little
Oh
sum
yeah,
of
yeah,
money.
yeah. She got way more than 5 million. They eating right now.
Right. But and they all enjoying themselves, and they should, because like I said, he going to hell and they going to jail
Every
allegedly.
last one of them,
Yeah, they all
allegedly.
yeah, and they all feel like that they can be at their highest level of corruption, like nothing is going to happen to them. Even he's not even immune from everything that he's doing in office, because some of the things that he is doing is not in the capacity of being the president, and that's the only thing that he's immune from. He's not immune from any and every crime, and so that's why these courts been pushing back on him, reversing a lot of the things that he's trying to implement, because he's not really ruling by bills, he's ruling by the opinion,
Hmm.
i.e., executive power. Like he just signed this uh, bill yesterday about foster care. And I didn't even, I'm so tired of it, and I couldn't even stomach it. And I don't even know what the bill consists of, but it has something to do with you adopting kids or what have you. And so I guess he's going to make it easier for people to adopt, because he said all the white ring Christians want to adopt children, and they've always done that, and he's going to make it easier for them to do that, because it's all about smoke and mirrors and optics with him. And so I
Hmm.
think he's ruling by the
Executive
executive
order.
power. Yeah, he's
Hmm.
doing the executive orders to appease all of his followers and his base, and he think that's going to bring his numbers up. But I got some news for him. Epstein ain't going nowhere. Them emails ain't going nowhere. And I really feel like that's going to be his downfall. It was always his downfall. And that's why he have tried so hard this last decade of trying to keep Epstein out of the forefront. But he was the one who campaigned on Epstein releasing the files or what have you. Now that the files are out, he's mad about it.
Yep. He's mad, but like they said, you either gonna have to release these files. The files are gonna get released, and I think that's what he needs to understand. The files are gonna get released. He the one campaigned on releasing the Epstein files, on having transparency. This is what the MAGA base wants. This is what the Republicans want. Regardless of wherever Trump wants them to go, they're still going to come right back to the Epstein files. So he can keep distracting, but it's just going to prolong the inevitable. And the Democrats said, you know what? We just gonna start leaking the stuff out drip by drip Try to give you an out. Try to give you some time to say, okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead and be transparent. But I can't wait till next week when they do this last vote. This is gonna be some real interesting shit.
Well, I thought Mike Johnson closed the house down again, told him to go back on vacation.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I thought he closed the house back down. He shut it down again.
Wait, so they're not gonna do a vote next week?
I don't
No.
think so. No, I think he sent them home for the holidays.
Yeah, for the vacation.
What?
hmm After he swore that lady in because he knew he had to swear her in. They opened the government. They swore in Grajada, and then after that, him and Trump came up with the plan to shut the house back down again. So now they're back on vacation again, and so the vote won't go through next week either. They'll probably be shut down to after Thanksgiving, more than likely.
More than likely.
Well, it's still coming. It's
Yeah.
still coming. He can try to prolong the inevitable, but it's gonna still happen.
He gonna do a week after, after Thanksgiving. He gonna do maybe a couple of weeks and then shut it back down again, and for the Christmas holiday.
Yep. That was said too. Just a couple more weeks, and then Christmas holiday, they're not gonna open up until like mid-January.
Well,
Yep.
Alice said that. Okay, I knew he shut it down for this week. So yeah, they're gonna reconvene on Monday. But I suspect Alice that he's gonna shut it back down again next week because they're trying to buy as much time as they can. But it's stupid to try to buy all this time because the more time you try to buy, the more conspiracies are gonna come out. Yeah, people gonna they got the emails, they're in Google, and people can read it. But you know how people are, they gonna throw their own sauce on it also, and they're gonna spin
Exactly.
it
He leaves
around.
room to for
You
everybody
leave
to.
room, yeah, you leave room for speculation, and you leave room for all the memes because social media is turning them up on this already.
Hmm.
Oh, they are tearing him up with those emails.
It is not going the way he thought it was gonna go. He
Uh,
thought.
uh,
So yes, we gonna stay on top of all this craziness. Y'all keep y'all popcorn ready because this is about to be a shit show.
Everything that Trump get involved with ends up being a shit show. Everything, even down to his little birthday parade. We saw how terrible that was. Without now, that was embarrassing. That was totally embarrassing, especially with the little tank that could going down the street.
Squeaking with some WD-40 and shit. You
Yeah,
know.
and wait a minute, and then his ass was asleep. It was so boring. He was asleep during the parade.
Yeah, yeah. He
Why,
he
why he's
nodded
always
off.
talking about Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
There's a video it's showing that he was having a meeting. This guy was up talking, and they showed the camera over, and he was had leaned over. He was knocked out, sleep through the whole man's speech.
That's when that man fell out in the office. They was having a whole meeting, and that man fell out, and he looked over there at that man, and then he just started looking straight ahead like he didn't know what to do. He froze like a man.
That same meeting, and they said then they showed over there. He was over there.
Yeah, and I think he was mad because the man fell out. Up his press conference. That's what it looked. That's what it was giving to me. The look that he had on his face, like I know he ain't messing up my press conference, sir. This man done fell all the way out, and you don't even care. he didn't
He
go try,
done,
he didn't go try to see about the man or nothing.
no, the
Did
man
this
fell out.
JFK run out the room? Are y'all talking about the same time when that man fell out in the Oval Office?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't JFK run out the room? Like, I
Yeah,
don't want to
Robert
be a
F.
part of
Kennedy
none of
ran out.
this.
But he the Secretary of Health and Human Services, but he run his ass out the room
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And the way he ran down like, oh shit. Like he may have had something to do with it. I was like, what the hell? All
oh,
right.
that was a funny. Now that one is a comical video. And then the next thing you know, after he done said what he had to say, he sat back down. All of a sudden, the camera pans back over. He over there sleep. I said, "You call him Sleepy Joe? You sleep all the time too. You slept in your Remember when he was in court? He was asleep."
But they got a new name for him. His name is Dozing Donnie.
Oh, Doze and Donnie.
Yeah, Dozing Donnie is what they're calling him.
That's a good name.
And everything, if you notice, everything he say about somebody always end up coming right back to him. It ends up doing exactly what he talk about with somebody else. And,
Yeah.
no, no, no. He said none of the leaders of the world didn't like Biden and didn't like Obama, but we saw that happen. How they didn't like him when he went over there to for the man's funeral, and they had him down there at the fourth tier, away from all the leaders. All the leaders of the world was down on one end. He's down there by himself with his wife and whoever was supposed to be Secret Service protected. The two of them was sitting down there, a woman and a man, his wife and him, and the rest of the leaders of the world was down at the other end all together. Even look, even our boy Obama and Biden was down there with them. He was, and they ain't even the president no more. Now that's sad. And
What's
then
up,
you
all in the queue? All in the queue came in.
all in the queue. Teresa Brown Family Chronicles. What's her name? Wanda. Dave Bryson.
Dave, what's good? Wanda, if y'all have spoken and we didn't see y'all, forgive us.
Yes, please
Well,
forgive
I
us.
made sure I highlighted everybody that came in, but yeah, we had a lot of people to come in, so I just made sure I put their names on the screen so that we could say hi to everyone.
All
So we
right.
so we see you, and thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
But
All
yeah,
right.
this has been a great show. And it's always fun for me. Y'all know I
Absolutely.
love roasting old Donnie boy. Old Doze and Donnie, you know,
Those and Dottie.
It
yeah,
was
Doze
funny.
and Donnie. I love roasting him.
It was so funny, I swear.
And right. And
No, no,
and and
especially
and
the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes,
yes,
I
Lord Jesus. Like I said, I'm eating some chili dogs for Thanksgiving. I'm not thinking about Doze and Donnie or Walmart. And
yeah, my sister
I'm
knows
definitely not having Christmas. You know, I hope I'm gonna see if the kids can see if they can defer Christmas for their children. I'm sure they won't, so I'll probably wind up spending money, you know, on the grandkids or what have you. But I don't want to. It's not that I can't. I just don't want to because I don't want to. I really don't want to reward none of these corporations because they're all on board with this crap. They're all on board with it, and the more people understand that, the more we probably can pull our dollars back from the economy because that's the only thing that they understand. They don't understand anything but dollars. Okay, once we pull our dollars back, then that's when we can make some changes. So, it's been great having the show with you guys, speaking to you, Minion, Foxy, and Lizzie. And Lizzie, once again, happy birthday to you and happy birthday to Shanice. And I hope everybody have a great rest of your evening.
yes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Happy birthday again, Lizzie.
Birthday
Happy birthday,
again.
Shanice. And as always, I enjoyed the show. I'm like I said what I said. I like roasting Orange Man. I just love roasting him. When they said pumpkin, put the can up there, pumpkin pie. The first thing I thought about was him, Orange Man. But and he would come out with the pumpkins because he looked like a pumpkin. But anyway, and hopefully on the next time we can talk a little bit more about, a little more comedy about more of the, because we know by the next show he gonna have done some more stuff. And keep an eye on what happened with his romance with Marjorie Taylor Greene, because that was his girl. She was there with him all the time, even down to going to the place and meeting him at the airport and stuff like that. So let's see how it goes from here on out with her. And and look, what shocked me is she agreed with Jasmine Crockett. That's what blew my mind. Them two was bad Bill Butch Body. Now they buddy.
Oh no, right? That's I mean, come on, what they call that full circle moment.
Yeah, full
Well, you know,
circle month.
he always creates strange bedfellows. So I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Yes, yes.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend at this point, huh?
And I
Is that
thought
how
I'd
the
never
saying
see,
go?
yeah, I thought I'd never see Marjorie flip on him. She was, even when he wasn't even in office, she was defending him to the hilt.
Well, that's one thing he can do. He definitely can bring people together, whether they like each other or not. So I got to take my head off and give him that at least.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, definitely. Because I can expound on that, but yeah, this was a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let us know what you guys thought, what you guys thoughts are about Trump's economy. Do you think you're in the best economy that you've ever experienced in life? Do you think that Trump is? I mean, Y'all let us know what y'all think. Are y'all feeling the Walmart turkey Thanksgiving Day meal deal? How many of y'all are gonna go grab that for y'all family? Um, and yeah, I think that everything else that you guys said was correct. I'm interested in seeing how this plays out with Christy Nome. I don't think, of course, she's going to see anything happen during this administration, of course, but I think these people forget that there will be a time where Donald Trump is not in office, and these people are playing a very short game. They definitely don't have the long game in mind. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with her. And just like how this Marjorie Taylor, was she? Do y'all think she's going to turn into a Democrat?
Nah, she's not. She won't turn into a Democrat, but she's definitely gonna be on his neck because
Yeah, for
she's still.
sure.
I feel like she's still gonna try to run for office and feel like
I think
she'll
so
need
too.
his endorsement,
Mhm.
and so I think she's gonna continue to push on and push forward. But this whole administration, baby, they doing the BB King thing. They letting the good times roll, baby. Like
Yes,
it ain't gonna be
God.
no consequences and reckonings. In a few years.
Right, right. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. But we are here to enjoy the show for the time being.
Well, look at the prince. The prince ain't princing no more. So if he could come down off his throne, hey, anything is possible.
Yep. Any final words? Well, actually, before you give your final words, birthday girl, y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. Subscribe to all of our channels, of course. I know y'all tired of hearing me say it, but just support the channel. Um, yeah, and you got it, Lizzie.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for just watching the live and vibing with us and also listening to our crazy shenanigans. I really enjoyed this show. Thank you guys for all the happy birthday wishes, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you to my co-hosts. I said what I said, Foxy 2, Roxy 3, and Minion the God. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys. See y'all on the next one.
No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real. No filters here, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on. We talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Lizzy with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzy drop a cease, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. This the realest show you ever saw. On the record. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Off. Yeah. We said what we said. the record.